I still taste the Bordeaux when the chandelier dies. Dad's voice lands between the clink of crystal and the hush of 23 held breaths. Elara, you're cut. Completely. The word completely hangs in the air like a guillotine that forgot to fall. I feel it slice anyway. My fork is halfway to my mouth, fillet dripping pink onto white linen. Across the table, Jax pretends to choke on laughter. Lila's phone screen glows under the table, already live, already captioning my execution. Mom's pearls click once, a tiny gavel. Great Aunt Myra's oxygen hisses approval. I set the fork down so softly the silver doesn't dare ring. The room waits for tears. I give them a smile sharp enough to shave with. Congratulations, I whisper. You just disinherited the only person who knows exactly how deep the bodies are buried. I stand. The chair legs scrape like fingernails on a coffin lid. Mom's eyes flick to the exit, calculating how many steps until gossip. I lean over her shoulder, lips brushing the shell of her ear. Tell your Cayman accountant the tide's coming in. Her champagne flute trembles, sloshing gold onto the cloth. I walk. Heels silent on the Aubusson carpet, past the cousins who used to beg me for algebra help, past Uncle Vance already raising a toast to loyalty. The maitre d' holds the door. Outside, Birmingham's October air slaps me awake. Magnolia trees drip Spanish moss like funeral veils. I inhale until my ribs ache. Freedom smells like wet leaves and vengeance. My apartment is 23 minutes away if you obey the speed limit. I don't. The sedan I bought with my own bonus money eats the asphalt. Rook meets me at the door, orange tail a question mark. He smells the blood on me before I do. I pour Merlot into a mug that reads, World's Okayest Daughter, kick off the heels, and open the laptop. Folder, insurance. Password, May 17th, 2017, the day they forgot my graduation. Inside. 5 years of my parents' midnight bookkeeping. LLCs nested like Russian dolls. Nonprofits that never saw a dime. Emails where dad brags will be untouchable by the time the kids figure it out. I screenshot and crypt triplicate. Each keystroke is a brick in the fortress I'm building between me and the people who taught me love is a balance sheet. At 2:17 a.m. Rook headbutts the spacebar. I'm vibrating caffeine, adrenaline, the metallic taste of finally snapping. I open a fresh email. 2. tips@birminghamherald.com. Subject, exclusive, Hale Philanthropy is a Ponzi in pearls. Body. Local St. Victor Hale has laundered millions through fake charities. I have the receipts. I'm his daughter. Attach. 312 files, 4.7 gigabytes of sins. Send. The whoosh is the loudest sound I've ever made. Friday, 5:58 a.m. My phone becomes a grenade. Jax, Dad's crying. Fix this. Lila, you're trending, jealous bitch. Mom. 30-second voicemail of Latin prayers and broken glass. I mute the family, unmute the city. Push notification. Hale empire built on fraud, daughter blows whistle. Below the fold, my college senior photo, eyes still believing in Christmas mornings. I zoom until those eyes fill the screen. I mouth to 17-year-old me. Watch. I slip out the fire escape, Rook in a backpack like a furry parachute. Reporters already camp the hallway, coffee breath fogging the peephole. On the sidewalk, a kid on a skateboard recognizes me. Yo, you the daughter who UT'd her dad? I press a 20 into his palm. Tell your friends the truth is free. He salutes. I melt into the subway, headphones blasting the sound of an empire cracking. The Herald newsroom smells like burnt coffee and printer ink. Marcus, the investigative editor who owes me from the port corruption piece, meets me in a conference room that still has whiteboard ghosts of last year's scandals. He spreads my files across the table like autopsy photos. Jesus, L. You sure? I slide him a flash drive labeled Daddy Issues. Page 17. That's Mom's signature on a wire transfer to a shell that bought her the Birkin she's wearing in court next month. Marcus whistles low. We verify everything. 48 hours. I nod. 48 hours is nothing compared to 29 years. I spend them in a motel off I-20, cash only, Rook smuggling kibble in his cheeks like a chipmunk. I watch the story metastasize. First the local channels, then CNN, then the kind of viral that makes senators sweat. Victims crawl out of the woodwork. Thomas, retired firefighter, lost his pension to a Hale senior living paradise that never broke ground. Jennifer, whose animal shelter got a photo op check that bounced harder than a rubber ball. Robert and Claire, ex-partners who discovered Victor had been siphoning their profits into a yacht named Second Childhood. Each story is a new scar across my ribs, but I wear them like armor. Saturday noon, Dad requests a lunch. Summit Club, corner table, the one with the view he uses to intimidate investors. I arrive in the same black dress I wore to the Disinheritance dinner, now dry cleaned of their contempt. He stands when he sees me, reflex of a lifetime of manners. His tie is crooked. I've never seen his tie crooked. Sit, he says. I don't. 5 minutes. He tries the smile that once got him out of speeding tickets. Elara, sweetheart, we overreacted. The will can be amended. I tilt my head. Define we. Your mother feels terrible. Mom feels terrible when the spa is booked. His jaw flexes. Look, whatever you think you know. I know you moved $2 million to the Caymans last Thursday. Routing number ends in 2271. Want me to recite it? The color drains from his face the way money drains from his victims. You're bluffing. Page 42 of the USB currently cloning itself in Marcus's safe. He reaches for the scotch the waiter hasn't brought yet. What do you want? A bigger allowance? A condo? Name it. I want you to feel what Thomas felt when he realized his retirement was a line item labeled miscellaneous. Dad's hand trembles. You'll destroy your brother and sister too. Jax still has his trust fund. Lila has sponsorships. They'll survive. Question is, will you? The waiter finally appears. Dad waves him away so violently the poor kid nearly drops the tray. Elara, I'm still your father. Biologically. In every way that matters, you're a stranger who taught me monsters wear cufflinks. I turn to leave. He grabs my wrist hard. First time he's ever touched me in anger. I look down at his fingers, then up at his eyes. Let go or I scream assault in front of the mayor at table 6. He releases me like I'm radioactive. I walk out past the mayor, who pretends not to notice the drama. Sunday, the Herald drops part 2. Shell game. How Victor Hale hid $42 million while Birmingham slept. My phone dies from notifications. I buy a burner, text Marcus. Run the 3rd file tonight. It's the one with Mom's handwriting. Monday, my firm suspends me pending review. My boss, Patricia, corners me in the parking garage. Victor's lawyers are threatening to sue us into the Stone Age. I hand her a second flash drive. Give this to legal. It's the smoking gun they'll wish they never asked for. She hugs me quick, fierce, the way mothers do in movies. I drive to the motel, pack rook, check out. By sunset, I'm in a lake house an old college roommate loans me, no questions asked. I watch the news on a TV older than my betrayal. Dad's yacht is seized. Mom's charity gala is cancelled. Jax's startup loses its seed round. Lila's brand deals evaporate overnight. I toast the screen with gas station wine. Tuesday, federal agents knock on the lake house at dawn. Not for me. They want my files. I hand over a sanitized copy, keep the originals in a safety deposit box under Rook's veterinary alias. Agent Alvarez, all crew cut and quiet respect, asks if I need protection. I laugh. The only thing I need protecting from is Thanksgiving invites. Wednesday, Dad is arrested on the courthouse steps. Live feed, handcuffs glinting under camera flashes. He looks straight into the lens and I swear, he finds me through the screen. His mouth shapes one word. Please. I mouth back. Rot. Thursday, the family group chat implodes. I watch from the sidelines, still technically in it, because no one remembers how to remove members. Jax, this is a witch hunt. Lila, we need crisis PR. Mom, where is Elara? She started this. Great Aunt Mira, child, you've killed your father. I screenshot, save, mute forever. Friday, sentencing. I drive back to Birmingham in a rental no one recognizes. The courtroom smells of lemon polish and fear. Victims fill the gallery like a congregation at a funeral for lies. Thomas speaks first, voice cracking about the cruise he'll never take. Jennifer shows photos of dogs that almost lost their home. Robert and Claire hold hands so tight their knuckles bleach. When the judge asks if the defendant's daughter wishes to speak, the room inhales. I walk the aisle like a bride toward divorce. Microphone cold against my lips. Your Honor, I grew up believing love was a ledger. Every A was weighed against Jax's C- charm. Every promotion I earned was eclipsed by Lila's selfies. I was the control variable in their experiment. How little can we give her before she breaks? Turns out I don't break. I balance. I turn to Dad. He finally meets my eyes. The man who once loomed like a skyscraper is now a ruin. I used to pray you'd see me. Now I pray the bars have good Wi-Fi so you can watch my TED Talk. Laughter ripples, nervous, cathartic. The judge bangs her. Gavel, but she's smiling. Sentence: 15 years, full restitution, perpetual GPS ankle bracelet even after release. Mom faints into Uncle Vance's arms. Jax punches a courthouse pillar. Lila live streams her tears for pity likes. I slip out a side door before the cameras swarm. 1 year later, I'm promoted to partner. My new office overlooks the same river Dad once tried to dam with other people's money. Rook has a corner office too, leather couch, sunbeam, 0 litter box. Thomas's pension is restored. Jennifer's shelter breaks ground on a new wing. Robert and Claire buy back their company and rename it Phoenix Partners. They send me a brass plaque. For the woman who taught us fire can rebuild. Some nights I still dream of the chandelier freezing mid-sparkle. I wake tasting Bordeaux and iron. Rook curls against my throat, purring like forgiveness. I open my phone, scroll to the family chat I never left. Last message, 3 weeks ago, from Mom. We miss you at Sunday dinner. I type, delete, type again. Finally send a single photo. Me on the lake house dock at sunset, Rook in my lap, wine glass raised. Caption: found my table. Plenty of seats for anyone who brings truth instead of turkey. I turn the phone face down. Outside, Birmingham glitters cleaner, somehow, for having aired its dirty laundry. I breathe until my ribs no longer ache. Freedom smells like wet leaves, lake water, and the sweetest revenge of all. A life I paid for myself. If you ever sat at a table that served you last, comment the word table below. I'll know you understand. And if you're still scared to flip it, DM me. I keep an extra chair. It's sturdy. It's mine. And it's waiting.